guys, welcome back to my channel, Erica Adventures, or welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Erica, if you guys are new here. But in today's video, I'm going to be doing, I don't even know, I was gonna say, in, spirit of, the back-to-school season, because for me, it's Saturday right now, and, I have school on Monday, so I'm nervous. So I decided I will, get back to you guys, and do like a freshman advice video or like school tips video. So yeah, cause I have been a freshman. So well, granted it was like in during the COVID, so it was even harder. So I'm gonna help you guys. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get on to the video. Let's go.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Quick disclaimer before we actually start the video, like the advice. I do want to say this is going to be a longer video, like a 20-minute, like the 20-minute, 25-minute range. So if you guys don't want to, I guess, watch that long, feel free to click off or like click off at whatever part. But yeah, but I do suggest like the freshmen or like any high schoolers to stay because I think this advice will actually help you guys, even like middle schoolers. Like I think this advice will help because I did how I had to have some advice, like I researched it, I saw a lot of videos and I also asked my sisters who like graduated high school already to help me with some of the advice, so they've been through it. So yeah, and I've been through my freshman year too, so this is like more freshman advice, but still high schooler, middle schoolers, feel free to take some. Um, but yeah, so now let's actually get on to the advice. Let's go. Okay, so the first, I guess, I'm gonna be splitting this video, like, the topics of advice. They're just different topics. So the first topic we're gonna talk about is, I have a lot. I don't know, this is hard. I don't know what to choose first. Okay, we'll do with the soft one, you know, it's still, like, necessary, but it's not as, pack the punch. So yeah, the first like topic of advice is friends. I have like this is mine. I have like bullet points and stuff. First, friends. This is cliche. A lot of people tell you this, but honestly, this is necessary. Like, you know, uh, a lot of people are gonna tell you it. So just listen to them. And it is just be yourself. Don't really change yourself for anyone. Like, what did it say? Oh yeah, just be yourself. And just be like open-minded to new people. Like sometimes you might be like, here, this is my personal experience. Like I always thought like you have to be compatible with the person. You need to like have a lot of things in common. Yes, it's nice to have things in common with like one of your friends or whatever, or like a new person. But yes, you should at least have like one or two things in common. But like that's the thing about making friends and like meeting new people is like you get to learn things from them and like yeah, you just gotta learn things from them, and you gotta teach them things. They teach you things. So I think that's cool. Like for example, let's say you meet this person and they're really into music, and you're really into TV shows. So you could teach them about like TV and like TV shows, movies, and you're into that like the show business. So you teach them that, and then they teach you more about music, and it could be cool. If so that's interesting. And then oh my gosh, I forgot I had that point in the two. Oh, and also this is a big one though, a big point. And see, for me, I'm an overthinker. Like I overthink literally everything I do, and that's a really bad habit that I'm trying to break. But this is what my advice for you: don't overthink your conversations too much, especially with new people. Like, don't badger yourself if like let's say you said something like it was a little cringy, whatever. It was a little cringy. They'll probably like think about it like for a second once you said it, like they'll a little chuckle hee hee, but like they won't think about it at all anymore. Like when that once that conversation over, they'll probably forget about it unless they're weird. But but yeah, um, and then another one, like being what was it? Oh, being popular. See, this is like it also correlates with you know like expectations. That's another like little topic I have, so we're just gonna seamless transition. But yeah, expectations and like when you first go to high school, ooh, there was a big light. Okay. So when you first go to high school, or like when you see like high school movies, like those 2000 Disney high school movies, it's not like High School Musical, like at all. Some of you, I'm sure you guys already knew that, but some of you, like for me, I knew it wasn't gonna be a High School Musical, but like I thought it was gonna be at least a little bit. Like my school doesn't even have lockers, only in the gym. I wanted to like I was so excited about decorating my locker, making it like me. I don't even have a locker other than my gym locker, but that barely even I have to like shove my backpack in there, so I can't customize it. um, but yeah, so it's not much like High School Musical. Like you're not like having food fights or not like slamming the lockers or just stuff like that. Like yeah, they have sports. um, you have sports. There's what cheerleaders. There is musicals and plays, but that's just like standard for a lot of high schools. But yeah, it's not like a whole big production. Like high school isn't like some sorry to burp. It's high school's not like a big old thing like it is. Like it's a big moment in your life. It's another job, another area of your life that you just entered into being a freshman, and it's something different. It's no longer like middle school. Like and when you're a freshman, you also have to like not worry, but you have to think about your actions a little more and think about your grades and think about like if you are planning to go to college, you have to think, you know, more about your grades and less about like oh, I forgot to say my dog if you hear like noises or snoring, it's my dog trying to go to sleep. um so yeah, and I forgot what I was saying. I forgot how to word it. Let's see. Yeah, you have to think more about your grades. Don't worry about your grades too much or stress about them, but like I don't know, just like if you know what you want to go to college for, stuff like that, even if you have a sense of what college you want to go to, read their requirements and stuff that you need to do and the requirements for actually to get into that college and do those, try to do a lot of those in your freshman year or make your way, like pave a path so you could do those things and achieve them at least by your senior year. So yeah. And then next point, this is a really good one too. I guess it goes with friendships, but also like bullying and stuff like that, and people teasing you. But it's like if someone's teasing you or something like that, you have to just pick and choose your battles and stuff like that. Like if they're like teasing you about something, like let's say I don't know, I don't have anything in my head right now. But they're just saying something dumb and they just ignore it. But if they start disrespecting you, that's something different. If they start, like, let's say they bring your family into it, or they bring up one of your insecurities, like a really bad insecurity, or like physical appearance, if it's not something stupid, like if they just make fun of like a word on your shirt or something like that, or a color, like that's dumb. Just let it slide, but like if it's something big, if they're blatantly disrespecting you, you have to like stick up for yourself. Put them in their place, you know? And yeah. Oh my gosh, my dogs are um oh, and also this is something that I realized when I was actually my sophomore year. But yeah, this is what I did have to realize though. It's better like, you also see on TV or even just around the school and stuff like that. Like for me, I've always wanted like a bigger friend group. Because when I was younger, I've always had like a decent sized group of friends or even like, a decent sized group of friends. But then when I hit high school, that was like when COVID all started and stuff like that. Um, yeah, that's when sort of I lost connection with friends or just people. So I just went into high school with nobody except my brother, but he had his friends already. So I didn't really hang out with him. So I was just like a loner. And it's not bad to be a loner, but like, it's better here. This is what my sisters told me. It's better to have like a couple friends or no friends, like one or two or zero friends at all, than to rather have like a whole bunch of friends, but those people are toxic. You know what I mean? And like that's the thing with like popular people and like popular friend groups. Like a lot of the things, like a lot of them are just toxic. It's just like just the way they work and stuff like that. You might want to be, be surrounded by a lot of people, and that makes sense. Like that was me too. Um but sometimes you don't. Sometimes those people, like, they could be fake, they could talk behind your back. And I'm not saying all friends are like that, but those popular cool kids are like that. And like also here's another thing in high school. There's not like one select group of cool popular kids. It's like a whole bunch of different cliques that you would be consider that would be considered cool popular. I wouldn't consider them cool and popular, but that's what some people would describe them as. You don't want to be like cool or popular or whatever. It doesn't really matter about that. We, remember, keep this in mind. You might have to remind yourself throughout your high school experience. High school is not High School Musical, so don't try to make it like that. Yes, have fun, live your life, but be conscious of the decisions you're making, respect yourself, and like respect others, stuff like that. Just don't make stupid stuff. You're allowed to make mistakes and have fun. Just don't be really stupid about that. Keep that in mind. Um, and then, ooh, be nice to everyone, because you never know, I guess, like in the future what's gonna happen, like stuff like that. You never know, like um any like even if you just say hi to someone, or like my environmental science teacher taught me this. um he said, like, what is it called, network. Even if it's like saying hi or like a simple conversation every day with somebody, like you don't have to go in depth or whatever. You'd be like, hey, I like your shirt, and like it could be like a daily thing. um and like, yeah, and then you never know, like 10 years down the road you're trying to get a job, and then like you're in a job interview, and then that person could be there and be like, hi, my name is so and so, and they're like, oh my gosh, I remember you. And you're like, oh. It was like it's like the Spider-Man moment, when they're like but yeah, it could be like that, and they could just stuff like that, networking. You never know what could happen in the future. Ooh, and I have a good one with teachers too. Like, still network with your teachers, stuff like that. Like, and just be polite to your teachers. Like, you just say hi, or like, hi, how was your day? Good morning, good afternoon, stuff like that. Cause I don't know, like if you, especially in high school, what these teachers have, like, sometimes they teach through all 7 periods, or my school has 7 periods, but like sometimes they teach through all seven. Did I have 7 or 6? I forgot. I had 6 periods. Those middle school I had 7. Oh. Okay, but yeah. Some teachers choose not to have a break, and they just teach through all 6 or 7 or whatever. How many periods you have? Um, and like, so they have to teach like 7 different classes every single day, and it's not cool. Or even like 4 or 5, or like, that's not cool. So just be polite when you can. And let's say like you have like, they could just help you out. Let's say you're absent on a day, or like you need extra credit, and you're like, say you are a jerk to them. You're like loud in class, you give them attitude, stuff like that. They're not gonna want to help you at all. Not at all if you're a jerk to them. But maybe if you are just a polite person, you don't have to be like besties with them. Right? It looked like I was spotting a fly. I was trying to do a handshake, like you don't have to be besties with them. But you just be polite, be cordial, so they know that you care about your grade. They know that you care just about school in general. Just stuff like that. You care about their class. Um, and then this is another like cliche, but don't care about what people think. Like I know it's gonna be hard. Like just don't care. Like it really in the long run, it doesn't matter what other people think because it's your life is about you. Your life is about you, and you have to start owning up to that. Your life is not about anyone else but you. Like for an example, like let's say, what is it? Oh, and also this goes along with it, but don't let anyone change anything about you. Don't change yourself because of another person. Let's say they're like, "Oh, I don't like your." I got this from a YouTube video too. I'll try to link her over here or like little tag her. But like, don't like if they say, "Ew," like I don't. Why are your clothes so baggy? And then the next day you come in with like freaking tight clothes like leggings and a tight shirt or whatever like that, or like, oh, you look really really gross in your glasses, and then you just stop wearing your glasses. Did you do that for them, or did you do that for you? Just think about stuff like that. Like do stuff for you. Like if you want to, like, let's say you have glasses. Me. Let's say you have glasses and you just don't like the way you look with them anymore. So then you decide to get contacts or whatever, and then you just stop wearing your glasses. You did that for you, right? Because you feel better without your glasses, and you getting all confident. But do stuff like that for you. Or let's say, the example I already said. They say you look gross without or with glasses, so you take them off. Did you do that for you or them? That's the point I'm trying to make there. And also, don't ever compare yourself to anyone, because that's detrimental. Like, oh, it's not cool. Like, I'm not saying it's not cool. That's what I say for everything. But it's like, don't compare yourself to anyone, because that could mess you up. Like, it really can. And also just remember that everybody else has their own life. They go through different things. Everybody else has their different lifestyles, stuff like that. And like, you know, just don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare your school experience to others, because different lifestyles and stuff like that. Remember that. And yeah, and just have fun, live your life. Okay, this is the one where it gets controversial. Dating. That is the next topic. I got British for some reason. But dating. Okay, so for me personally, in my opinion, I would save dating for when you're older, like when you're college age, because I'm gonna pull in science, but I don't know. Studies have shown, studies. That sounds smart. I don't know, but I don't know. Like, your brain isn't really fully developed yet. Okay, we're not gonna put in that argument. Never mind. Let's just rewind. But I don't know. You don't really know yourself as a person yet, and sometimes you feel like you need validation from other people, and you don't know that you could do that to yourself, and like you could validate yourself, feeling yourself, confidence, and like when you're younger, like high school age, you have a lot of insecurities. You have like stuff that you feel like you need other people to fill, but in reality, you have to do that yourself, and you have to work on yourself, self love, and stuff like that. And some people date because they're feeling lonely, which is, loneliness is, everybody feels like that at least once in their life. Um, and I know it could be really, like, it could be a simple fix, just like, oh, I'll fill that with a person. They'll help me with that. They'll help me with my loneliness. They'll tell me I'm pretty, um, or for the guys, hey, you look dope, bruh. Sorry, I don't know anything about guys. Um, but yeah, like, because you're not really missing out on anything. Like, you might seem like you are. Like, it might seem like you're missing out on, like, stuff when, like, you're dating in high school. You're not. If you're not dating in high school, you're not missing out on anything. You're missing out on the heartbreak and stuff like that. But, like, this is also a cliche, but focus on your schoolwork and focus on fulfilling yourself as a person. And then, when you're done with high school, even in college, date in college. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling. Gotta read my PowerPoints. Bro, I forgot about this point. It is. Oh yeah, I broke the book. It is okay, but if you are gonna date and no, that's not my point. Is it PowerPoint? Sorry. Um, when I say PowerPoint, I think of like a slideshow. Okay. But yeah, this is another. If you are gonna date in high school, remember, and this is like for freshmen or even like sophomores or whatever. Don't date an upper class person. Like some of them, they be looking beautiful. Ew, why beautiful? That's weird. I like the word beautiful, but I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I was about to say fine, but that sounds weird. Like, ooh, yes, those upperclassmen be fine. um, but yeah, like the upperclassmen, like I don't know. When I was a freshman, I took my freshman was that a freshman? Yeah. I took my ID photo. And then there was this kid. If you don't know what ASB is, I think it's Active Student Body. It's like a program you usually have in high school, in middle school too, or mine did. But yeah, so he was helping out with like the just guiding everybody, and he was so cute. Didn't acknowledge me at all. But yeah, so don't like date or mess with like any upperclassmen. Cause like, but isn't that weird though? Like you're a freshman, you just got out of middle school, and there's like this senior about to graduate, about to go to college. Like they probably 17, 18, about to be an adult, and they're trying to mess with you. They're trying to date with you. That's like not cool. Not cool. Um, Yeah, and you might feel like this is back to the thing with validation. You might feel like, oh yeah, they're older. Like they're older and they want me? They want me, a little freshman? Like they want you because it's sad to say, but I'm talking about the girls right now. This could be with the guys too, but I really know I'm a girl, so I have a little more experience with this. But like I don't know what to say. It's like hard to say, but I don't know. With like I guess freshmen or like seniors dating freshmen, a lot of like I guess just we're gonna go on the topic, but like this is hard to talk about. Ooh. But like I guess like guys, like older guys, like to date younger girls or like I don't know. It's like innocence. They look for the innocence. They find it attractive. I find that disgusting, but that's what it's about. Or like you're younger, you're fresher. Oh, we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, stuff like that. You get the point. um, but just stuff like that. Oh, this is another one. If you're gonna date in high school or mess around with people in high school, don't ever share any like private photos. Don't ever share your private photos, stuff like that. If you take private photos, don't ever share them because those could get leaked. Like you could send it to one person and then um they could share. They could be a rude person. Um, they could be a jerk and send it to their friends. Let's say you're a girl, you send it to a guy, they could be a jerk, send it to their friends, they could send it to a group chat, and then it just gets then that person sent it to another person, then another, and then boom, it got leaked to the whole school, and then everybody literally just saw you vulnerable. So just don't. It's not worth it. Like that situation happened like freaking a lot of times when I was in middle school. It was like what in seventh grade you're like 12, and then like in like eighth grade you're like 14, 15. Mm-mm, no. So yeah, just don't do that. But it's sort of yeah, don't do that. And then and if you are gonna date, don't date because you feel lonely or you need somebody. You feel like you need somebody to complete yourself, cause you don't. You don't need anybody to complete you. Like you know, you need somebody. Like if you're gonna date, you have to date because they're not gonna complete you, but they're gonna help you be a better version of yourself. You're already going to be a great person, but they're just going to enhance that and you're going to enhance them. You're going to enhance that and that. And I guess the best things to cope with like loneliness and stuff like that is to do school, do your schoolwork. Don't like get stressed over your schoolwork, but like, um get a little more into school, get a little more into the clubs, get a little more like pick up a hobby, do some art, do some reading, sing, dance, um be a YouTuber, make some YouTube videos. Um let's see. If you're able to, get a pet. It doesn't have to be a dog, it doesn't have to be a major like pet, give me a fish. Before I got a dog, I got a fish because my parents would be like, okay, you can take care of this fish, you get a dog. But yeah, so just stuff like that. I guess just work on yourself and try to fix that loneliness, that void for yourself first before you could like date a person. So you don't spring everything on them and because it's not their responsibility to fix you. It really isn't. Okay, next topic. Peer pressure, another heavy topic. But this is cliche. A lot of people say this, but they say it because it's true. Don't give in to or don't let anyone pressure you into doing drugs, alcohol, stuff with a partner, stuff like that, or relationships. Don't let people pressure you into that until you're ready to. Don't let anyone pressure you into something. Don't let anyone pressure you into doing something unless you're ready to do it. Don't do anything you're not ready to do. Um, and yeah, and some people will like they could be your friends and they could be telling you to do that stuff and you might want to do it because like you're like, oh, they'll think I'm weird if I don't do it or like stuff like that. Um, Also, another thing, they're not your friends if they try to make you do it. Future Erica here. Some of the parts of my video like got cut off or like got deleted. So I'm here to film my outro and another little topic of advice, but it's really short. So this topic is called or titled grades slash just school in general. Yeah. So the first thing I want to say is just try your best and and don't stress too much about your grades. Yes, do good in school, get good grades and stuff like that, but don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Don't put a lot of stress on yourself. Um Oh, and remember, don't be afraid to ask for help. That is what the teachers are there for. The teachers are there to help you. The teachers are there to teach you, yes, but to help you if you don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, don't feel dumb if someone that if don't like if someone's like, oh, you're dumb because you're asking questions. No, that's called being a good learner. That's called being invested in your education. That's what you're there for. At school, you're there for education. So make the best out of it. Yes, you're there for an experience, but you're there for learning. So don't just sit at school for like what? You go to school for like 7 hours a day? Don't go to school for like 6, 7 hours a day. Like just sitting there dreading school. Make the best out of it. You know? Get the help you need. If you struggle in a subject, don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what the teachers are there for. And like if you don't understand it or something like that, um the teachers are I'm not gonna say they failed their job, but like they're there to help you understand. So make the best out of it and ask them to help you understand. And then the next thing is be a teacher's pet. I don't even, or don't be a teacher's pet. Um, but I don't know if I said be nice to your teachers, but be nice to your teachers. They teach so many classes, so many students. So just be nice to them. Say hello, good morning, good afternoon, stuff like that. How was your day? Or, oh, your glasses look good. Or just stuff like that. Genuine compliments, though. Don't just compliment them, just compliment them. But yeah. And then this is a piece of advice that my sister said. So she already graduated high school. So yeah, she said focus on your grades more than your social status, which I totally agree with because like I don't know, it doesn't really matter what other people think of you. I've already said that. Because your school experience is what I said, your school experience. So make the best out of it. Have a good high school experience. Don't be like too self-involved or like don't overthink about oh my gosh what are people gonna think of me or like just stuff like that like don't it really doesn't matter in the end Yeah, just live for you, your life is your life, and yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. Give subscribe, hit the notification bell, because sometimes if you just subscribe, like YouTube doesn't give you all the notifications, all the updates on my channel or like any channel in general. So hit the notification button to get notified for all of my posts and the updates on this channel. And yeah, and then hit the like button if you haven't already, even if you didn't even like the video. Like if you didn't enjoy it, so like it, support the small YouTuber. Um, and then so subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and then watch all my other videos you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Like of any video recommendations, video suggestions, positive comments, stuff like that. Any negative comments, it doesn't really matter. Like, what's the point of hate comments? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, Louise.